Do you know what your users really want? Insight is defined as the power or act of seeing into a situation. CodeSmith is here to give you the power of insight and to help you see exactly what your users really want. What is CodeSmith Insight? CodeSmith Insight is a help desk with application integration. This means that CodeSmith Insight can handle your email and user feedback as well as your application's error and crash reports. Previously, you would have had to use a series of separate systems to handle all this information. But we feel strongly that all of these are just various forms of communication and that they belong together. That is exactly what CodeSmith Insight does. It collects all these forms of communication for you, and it enables you to easily organize and follow up on that feedback. This allows you to focus your efforts based directly on what your users are saying, regardless of how they are saying it. To continue learning about Insight, please select whether you would like to hear about its support and help desk features, or its developer and application integration features. Insight for support. CodeSmith Insight is a complete help desk application. Insight can send and receive email, as well as receive user feedback and crash reports directly from your applications. Insight contains separate cases for all issues logged in the system. These cases include information about contacts, projects, attachments, history, custom fields, and much more. In order to cover Insight's support features in an orderly fashion, let's organize them into 3 primary tasks: collecting, organizing, and responding to feedback. Collecting feedback. We created CodeSmith Insight because we could not find a similar solution to log all of the feedback that users of our very popular CodeSmith Generator, a code generation tool, wanted to share with us. Users communicate with us in many ways, whether it's sending and receiving emails, submitting feature requests and bug reports, or when errors happen. CodeSmith Insight is unique in that it brings all of these forms of communication together in one place. Insight is designed to automatically import email from configured mailboxes. For example, this means that when we receive an email for support@codesmithtools.com, Insight automatically takes all of the following actions: imports the email, creates a case, associates that case with projects and contacts, tags the case with support, and sends an email notification to our support team members. Once the email is in the system, everyone can see its details and history, and they are free to interact with that case as well as subscribe for update notifications. Insight also collects feedback directly from applications and websites. This includes user feedback forms as well as crash reports. This means that CodeSmith Insight turns your application into a communication medium for your users to submit their feedback directly to you. For more information about this, please see our Insight for Developers video. Organizing and prioritizing. Some systems out there are either too rigid or too complex. CodeSmith Insight is both simple and dynamic, making it easy for you to organize your feedback. Under the hood, CodeSmith Insight is driven by an advanced search engine. Search is used to create dynamic views which allow you to view and organize your data the way you want to see it. This means that there are no rigid or restricting file structures or hierarchies, which means that everyone is free to search, sort, and view cases any way they choose. While you are navigating through items, Insight is automatically searching for similar cases. If you see a duplicate, it's as easy as dragging that case over and stacking them together. This effectively creates a vote for that case. By prioritizing cases, Insight shapes a view of what your users need or want the most. This empowers you to focus your efforts in the correct direction. Responding to feedback. With all forms of communication being aggregated into one location, it has never been easier to stay in touch with your users. CodeSmith Insight is a complete communication tool that allows you to use email to carry on a conversation with your users. The Insight email client is built into the website, allowing you access to it from anywhere. This is a complete email client that includes all of your basic email features, as well as HTML content, embedded images, attachments, and more. After a case is created in the system, you can then respond directly to a user regarding that case, and then go back and forth from there. Please note that Insight does not discriminate against different case types. Responding to a crash report is no different than responding to an inbound email. Also, Insight allows you to communicate with more than one user at a time. For example, you are able to send a single notification to all of the users experiencing the same bug, letting them know that it has been fixed. So again, CodeSmith Insight enables you to communicate directly with your users. This concludes the support overview. Would you like to watch the developer video? Insight for developers. CodeSmith Insight can be easily integrated with your applications to provide your users a channel to communicate feedback. In addition to collecting user feedback, Insight will also collect your application's errors and crash reports, and then intelligently organize them in a central server. Be it questions, requests, defects, or errors, Insight sends all feedback to a central server. And with our easy-to-use API, you can enhance and customize that feedback to meet your needs. Insight also collects email from configured mailboxes, enabling you to unify all of your support under a single system. For more information about this, please see our Insight for Support video. Simple configuration. The best part about CodeSmith Insight is how easy it is to use. CodeSmith Insight provides you with a lot of information without a lot of configuration. CodeSmith Insight is provided as a cloud service, and the client is uniquely keyed to your application. Thus, the servers are accessible from anywhere, and it requires no install for you or your users. To make your application start reporting to Insight, you need only do two things. 1. Add a project reference to the Insight client. And 2. Add a single section to the application configuration. After you've completed these two short steps, your application will automatically start reporting all unhandled exceptions to Insight. But this is only the beginning of Insight's potential. You can also append additional or custom information to cases, create cases for handled exceptions, create cases for things other than exceptions, as well as use our built-in UI components to have your users submit inquiries, feature requests, or defect reports. All of this can be accomplished using the Insight client. Insight Client. The Insight Client is available for any of the following applications running .NET 3.5 or greater: WinForms, WebForms, ASP.NET MVC, WPF, and Silverlight. The API allows for creation, customization, and submission of cases. The customization includes control of all case fields and properties, allowing for simple editing as well as adding of everything from tags to custom fields and even complete custom objects. The Insight client assemblies for WinForms and WPF include pre-built UI forms that allow the user to create cases from inside the application. These forms allow the user to not only create new inquiries, feature requests, and defect reports, but also to search for existing cases and vote for them. This helps to prevent duplicate cases from being created in the system, as well as provides the users a way to literally vote for the updates they want most. One additional key feature of the Insight client is that it can work for offline applications. If you have an online application or website, then the Insight client will submit cases almost instantly to the central servers. However, if your application does not have an internet connection, the Insight client will automatically queue up and save those cases in isolated storage for later. Even if the application never goes online, there is still a UI to help submit these cases via email. Robust case data. Every developer knows that application errors are an incredibly valuable source of information. This is because every time something goes wrong, developers require details to determine the problem. Just like a detective, they need to know who, what, when, and where. Without these intricate details, determining how or why the error occurred can be extremely difficult, if not impossible. CodeSmith Insight is here to ensure that developers can get a detailed report containing all such information each and every time an error occurs that impacts their applications. CodeSmith Insight is not an overwhelming log of information. It will intelligently organize and stack duplicate errors as they enter the system, giving you a crystal clear view of your most common issues. So what kind of data can CodeSmith Insight provide you? Each crash report includes all standard case information, along with the following: exception details, which include nesting, stack traces, loaded modules, machine information, trace information, request information for web apps, screenshots for Windows applications, and custom objects. And like all of CodeSmith Insight, this is completely customizable. This concludes the developer overview. Would you like to watch the support video? To learn more, we invite you to join us at CodeSmithInsight.com and learn how Insight can start benefiting you today.